Okay, so we're on the MIRTEC booth, and I bumped into an old friend of mine, Scott Fillebrown. Good to see you, Scott. Now, you're with Libra Industies now, and Chief Technology Officer, I believe.
That's correct, yes. Yeah, I've joined them about 7 months ago. It's been good.
Okay. So has the product mix changed much at the factory you've got down there in Texas?
Well, from the Dallas facility is the highest end facility of the Libra family. We have 3 facilities across 5 buildings. So we've got up in Mentor, Ohio, we have a production facility, and then in Willoughby, Ohio, we have another production facility that's less regulated. So Dallas and Mentor are both FDA 13485, and then Dallas is also AS 9100. So the higher end boards, lower volume but higher end boards in Dallas, higher volume, very middle of the road, mainstream electronics, and then a lower technology in Willoughby. Okay. So there's a great product offering at Libra.
Right, yeah. Right. That's quite a mix. So I believe you're using some of the MIRTEC systems, AOI systems, on your inspection. What drove you to, first of all, consider the MIRTEC system, and how is it working for you?
So the original look at AOI for us had a lot to do with component inspection. Mm-hmm. So we were looking at our top 10 defects, and that was what came to the top. And so it was time for us to take another look at AOI. I looked at several of the different manufacturers, but started honing in on the MIRTEC and another lower end machine that only did component inspection. And my history with AOI has been that it didn't do a really good job on solder inspection. In fact, I was always a little disappointed with it.
Well, it had a history going back over the years that it didn't work. But I mean, that's not, today they all work.
No, and in fact, so at that point, so we've had the MIRTECs now for 4 or 5 years. At that point, we're talking a 10-year-old point of view, but it never came back around. And so working with Brian, he was very insistent. In fact, he bet me a steak dinner that it would do a great job at inspecting solder. And I now owe him a steak dinner. Fortunately, he's forgotten about it, but the bottom line is what led us to the MIRTEC is one, the sales and support mechanisms that they have in place, but ultimately the most value for your money. So if you look at what the capabilities of the machines are, not only on paper, but now years later, seeing what it's producing and what it's catching, the value proposition was there completely. So it's a great equipment, and on top of great equipment, you get great support after the sale. So. That's as important as anything, right?
Absolutely. In fact, so I was talking to Brian a short while ago about that, because they won a Circuits Assembly Service Excellence Award, which is essentially for service.
Yep. And they do a great job. And one of the things that I like is, as I've been evaluating more equipment, I've had the chance to visit their facility, and they have a full lab, and they have one of every piece of equipment there, so they can support you off-site with any issues you might have or questions. We've had questions on how we can inspect a location of a connector to a mounting hole, and so they ran some scenarios in their own lab to be able to show us what to do. And that's really beneficial. Not all the equipment manufacturers have that. You would think they would, but they don't. They might have a demo room, but that demo machine disappears a lot, and so here they keep it and they use it to support their customers.
And all of these demo rooms they're doing dry runs, but to actually take a board and do some work for you, I mean that's fantastic.
Absolutely, yeah. So again, the equipment is solid. What they said it would do, it's done, and floor space is expensive. You want to make sure that you get the best bang for your buck, and I found it with MIRTEC.
Right. Thank you for the update on that, Scott, and it's lovely to see you again. Yep, and I hope to see you again one of these shows sometime soon.